Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. This is Sarah Nadler. I'm the marketing consultant at Silken Management Group, and we're going to talk today about the biggest missing piece in your practice digital strategy. Now, I know it's early Monday for some of us, but hopefully it's later in the afternoon for most of us, and we'll be able to concentrate on this webinar. So, a little bit of history about me. I've been in marketing and public relations for about 12 years now. I specialize these days in graphic design, social media strategies, and digital advertising for doctors, specifically veterinarians, optometrists, dentists, and specialists. I'm also an author. My book, Walking Past Expectations, won number 6 on the, it's the best books to read this summer on the beach or something of that nature. Anyway, I was happy to walk away with the award. It was an interesting one. And I have appeared a couple different places. If you may be familiar with me already, I've been in the Sierra Leone Times for my work in Africa with girls and human rights issues. I've also appeared in Modern Healthcare Magazine and Referral MD, so you may have seen me a few other places before this. Okay, enough about me. Let's get started on some training, shall we? Today I'm going to talk to you, well, yesterday I did a post here on our Facebook page about how to use a blog to get new patients. Now, I got a lot of questions and I realized I had used a phrase that many people may not be familiar with. It's a lead magnet. Over here we talk about lead magnet opt-in page from your blog post. And that is the missing link in most people's, most practices blogs. When I do my free marketing analysis with my clients, the number one thing I find that they're missing is they don't have a lead magnet. And I said that yesterday, and then I realized after I posted that I hadn't defined what a lead magnet is. So we're going to do a little bit of training on this and what that's all about. First of all, what is a lead magnet? Well, a lead magnet is an incentive that we marketers use to kind of entice potential patients or clients to download something in exchange for an email address or other contact information. Because remember, in earlier training, I've defined what a lead is. A lead, by definition, is a person who's expressed interest in your products or services for whom you have contact information. So things like a like on your page, or when you go onto Google Analytics and you look at all of the traffic to your website, those are not leads, because, well, either they're not expressing an actual interest, or maybe they did express an interest, but you don't have any way of recontacting them, then they're not really a lead. So a lead magnet is basically an item that we use as a magnet to sort of suck leads towards your practice. And the whole concept here is just to get more patients and clients for you. Now, that being said, let's talk about some examples of lead magnets and what these are. First of all, a lead magnet online is usually a digital downloadable piece of content. Now, the whole idea here of why we use downloadable content is because it's free or very low cost to you, and it offers an easy way for potential patients and clients to kind of learn about you and really get their first taste of your practice personality. Now, that's very important because, as we, again, remember possibly from earlier training, the ingredients of a sale are that the person must know, like, and trust you or your brand. And as a practice, you have your own unique brand of healthcare. So giving the person their first taste of that practice personality or of your personality is very, very, very important. So we're introducing them to your brand, we're introducing them to your practice and to you as a doctor or an owner by using this item that is free or low cost to you. Now, here's some examples of some lead magnets. PDF checklists. For a veterinarian, this might be, 10 ways to get rid of dog breath this summer, something like that. That might be a downloadable checklist, which someone might be interested in downloading, and then it would introduce you as an authority on the subject of doggy breath handling. a blog article. Again, this goes back to my post from yesterday. If you have a practice blog, but you're just giving all that information away for free and you're never asking in exchange for a phone number or an email address, then you're basically wasting a huge opportunity to find out about people who are interested in your practice services and possibly are just not available at that moment to come in. But you've obviously made them like you and trust you by having this beautiful blog. It's important to put that blog behind a request for a lead magnet. I'm sorry, a request for an email address or a phone number so that we then know how to contact them again. Another example is an ebook. A current client I have right now, we're in the process of putting together his little ebook, which is just, I think it was 10 tips for improving your smile. He's a reconstructive dentist, so of course a few of those tips are going to be about reconstructive dentistry, and for a person who maybe downloads that off the internet, they'll be able to self-filter and go, oh, this is not a general practitioner, this is a specialist. And if they read that booklet and they realize that they are a perfect match for his practice, that person's going to be very interested now in reaching out to him because he's the one who made them informed and aware of all that information, that important information that they were searching for online. Another example is a white paper. This is usually applicable for either a specialist or someone who is either into a sort of new or alternate type of medicine. A great example, we have a chiropractor client who does a lot of stem cell therapy. Now, a white paper would be a great opportunity for him to position himself as an authority in his market and also, again, exchange that white paper for an email address or phone number so that people who are interested in that he would now have their contact information. And then, of course, you can do videos such as this one. This video is a perfect example of a lead magnet. If I were doing it on my website and I asked you for your email address or phone number in exchange for allowing you to watch this, that would be a perfect example of using a lead magnet to give you something that is very valuable to you, which is information on how to promote your practice. And for me, it would give me your contact information so I could follow up with you and go, hey, I noticed you were interested in that. Is there anything more I can do for you? Would you like a free marketing analysis, right? So those are just some examples of ways that you can create lead magnets for your practice. Now, it's very, very, very key, this next thing I'm going to teach you. So pay close attention, turn all your notifications off, put down your phone, and listen up, because you could create 100 lead magnets for your practice and they would do nothing for you if you didn't get this next part right. The only way to have a successful lead magnet is to create a piece of downloadable free or digital content that solves a problem that the potential patient or client is already searching for. So this is very, very, very key, because people often ask me, oh, I had this great idea for a lead magnet, or we have lead magnets, they don't work. I'm like, no, don't just pull this out of your hat. Don't just, come up with something off the I don't know, I can't think of the phrase right now, but don't just come up with it is my point. You have to actually do some market research in order to create a successful lead magnet. You can do a Google search, figure out what keywords are successful or popular, and include that in the title of your lead magnet. But really the best way to do this is to survey, to find out what problems potential patients or clients in your area have. When we survey your market, that is the most, that effort is worth its weight in gold. It is the most successful way to find out what lead magnet people will actually be interested in enough to exchange their contact information with you. Because remember, when a person actually gives you their email address or gives you their phone number, unless they put a fake number in there, which doesn't happen very often, they are doing so with the full knowingness that you're probably going to contact them about services. So that person is definitely a lead, because they're showing that they are very, very interested in the lead magnet or the topic of it. So of course, if the lead magnet or the topic of it is directly related to your services, which it should be, and it really solves a problem that they need, which it should, then you are actually doing them an incredible service by offering them this free information. So we want to do this correctly. You want to survey your patients or clients and find out what problems they had before they first came in. Survey your market around you and find out what problems they run into on the subject of your type of medicine. If you have any questions about how to do surveys correctly, I include part of that training in my free marketing analysis, so feel free to reach out to me, and let's get you started. All right, so that concludes our training for today. I hope you found that super helpful. Now you know what a lead magnet is. I expect to see some coming out of your practice and using them on your Facebook pages, on your Instagram, on every other social media platform so that you can entice your patients or clients to come in. All right? It was great talking to you all today. I hope you have a wonderful Monday, and we'll talk soon. Bye.